Yesterday, after multiple properties belonging to Diddy got raided, no one knew where Diddy was. We saw pictures of Diddy's sons in handcuffs, but there was no Diddy to be found, no Puff Daddy in sight. There was speculation that he fled the country. We know that his private jet was tracked all the way to the Caribbean and it landed in Antigua. There was videos floating online of what appeared to be Diddy at the Miami airport. There was also speculation that Diddy was already under arrest. Well, now, as of today, at the time of this recording, we still don't necessarily know exactly where Diddy is, but his lawyer has spoken out for the first time since all of his homes got raided, and he's confirmed that Diddy didn't flee the country. He has confirmed that Diddy is not in jail. Diddy's right here in America doing whatever it is that Diddy does. But here's my question. Now that the speculation and the rumors have been put to rest, everyone's like, okay, I guess we overreacted. Diddy's not fleeing the country. But one small fact has not changed. Diddy's private jet left from California and flew to the Caribbean as his homes were being raided. So if Diddy was not on that plane, if Diddy's sons were not on that plane, my question is, why did Diddy's private jet in the middle of these properties being raided, why did it fly out of the country? Was there evidence on that plane? Did Diddy take all of his little files and throw them on the private jet and say, fly the hell out of here? What's on that plane? Is there something on that plane that Diddy didn't want being found? I'm just speculating here. I'm just wondering because I find it odd that as his homes are being raided, his private jet just flies the hell out of there without Diddy. But as I said, his lawyer has released the first statement, and I want to go ahead and dive right into it. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Yesterday, there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There was no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Mr. Combs was never detained, but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted in any way. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Now, they're trying to say that Diddy's not guilty in all of this stuff. I fully 100% believe that Diddy's guilty. But a part of me is still disappointed watching all of this play out, knowing that the big fish are still out there, right? The bigger fish, if you will. The people at the top of the pyramid, the top of the totem pole, they're still out here. And it seems like Diddy is nothing more than like a sacrificial lamb. Every now and then they're like, all right, here. We'll give you Diddy. We'll give you R. Kelly. We'll give you, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think they're wrapped up in a bunch of messed up stuff, but they're empowered by even more powerful people who will probably never be taken down. Now, the fact that Diddy wasn't arrested or detained at all, that's kind of surprising because they showed up to his homes with significant force. Armored vehicles, I mean, it looked like they were going in there ready for war, basically. Who knows what they found? From what his lawyer says, they haven't really found anything, but we don't know that for sure. I'm sure they trashed the place, and I know that more is going to come of this. I think it's a wrap for Diddy. I don't think there's any coming back from this for him. I already know one of the arguments that his lawyers will use. We see this argument being used a lot lately. But as he was talking about, this is a witch hunt, and the media is already against Diddy. So how can Diddy get a fair trial when it seems as if the world has already decided that he's guilty and the media is already working against him? Now, like I said, I do believe that Diddy's guilty. But it was obvious that the media was tipped off about this a little bit early. And it's like the media, along with the feds or the Department of Homeland Security, they all came in at once, right? They worked together. And I hope that people see this and they understand that more moving forward. Stop thinking that the media is this unsuspecting party that just pops up and happens to get things on video, happens to be at the right place at the right time. That's not how this stuff works. The media is basically just another branch of government now. You know, we have government, state-controlled media like in other countries around the world basically now. So they're all working together. They're all working hand in hand together. And I hope this story, you know, is an example of that people can finally, you know, start putting two and two together and you realize how the media operates. The media receives instructions and stuff from the powers that be. They all work together, all alongside each other to craft their narratives and to do whatever they want to do, basically. But as far as this Diddy situation goes, I thought that maybe they would have already had enough to lock him up by the way they showed up to his home. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how this plays out. I can guarantee you there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes right now, though, with all of this. There's probably a lot of money being moved around. Lord knows what will come of this, but I guarantee you that we're going to see more dominoes fall. Don't be surprised if you see more people in the music industry and more specifically, more people kind of surrounding Diddy start to drop. From the rumors on the streets and from some stories I've seen out there, people who are connected to Diddy are already getting taken down. But I don't know how true all of that stuff is. I'll have to look into it. But I definitely think that we're going to see other people in the music industry start to drop like flies. Diddy didn't do all of this stuff by himself, okay? And as I've told you all in past videos, it's not a secret what's been going on with Diddy. I call it an open secret and people call it an open secret, but using the word secret is not even correct in this type of situation. It's just a known fact that Diddy has been involved in a lot of crazy, weird sexual parties and stuff like that. Rappers and different musicians have been talking about it for years. You're going to see people who once worked with Diddy, they're going to start turning on him now that he's in a weakened state, now that he's more vulnerable. Maybe people won't be as afraid to take him down because there's allegations out there that Diddy's been a dangerous person and people have been afraid for their lives when it comes to speaking out against him. There's a lot of stuff. The rabbit hole runs deep when it comes to Diddy. Diddy has been out here doing the damn diddly for over 30 years, okay? And I can't even begin to imagine the type of stuff that's going to come out, because the type of stuff that we already know about Diddy that's already been out in the open for years is already mind-boggling. I can't even talk about the stuff here. Some of it's so crazy. But for now, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to donate to the channel, you can do so via Cash App or Super Thanks, or you can help the channel for free by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all soon in the next video.